Hi ladies, can you tell me what Women of Watford is about?
So we're Women of Watford FC, which is Watford FC's female supporters group, formed last year actually, sort of in the wake of chatting about female safety. It was a real hot topic last year after the tragedy of Sarah Everard, and just got chatting with the club really about what more can football do to make football safer for women. So we decided the starting point would be creating a community of female fans and just seeing where it took us really. So we were formed and founded in June last year, and since then we've had over 200 members join.
I guess it's a totally different experience than when you were coming to the game before, maybe alone or without this group.
Yes, I mean I think that Vicarage Road has always been a safe haven for women and children, but not so much away matches. So for WOW members to go to away matches together is just a real bonus. And also we go to the pub and we chat about Watford without the risk of being patronised, which is really good as well.
A real positive that's come from it has just been this community of women that none of us really seem to have had before. I think we're so used to seeing groups of men go to the football together, and wouldn't that just be great if it became normal to see a group of women going to the football together?
I think what's really important is obviously at home matches, you know where you sit, you know the people around you, but with the away tickets you could be sat anywhere amongst the away fans. So it's really good once you're part of WOW and you get to know the other members, that you can go to these matches and know that this person or that person that you've met before is going to be there. I never used to go to away matches when I was a child. My first ever England match at Wembley was in the late 80s, and I went there thinking it was going to be like Vicarage Road, and oh boy, was it not, particularly at that time. You know, there were hardly any women at all, and I was on the terraces surrounded by people doing Nazi salutes, you know, and it was such a shock compared to here, which was always a family community.
Yeah, that's what you say. I feel the same as well, and my wife as well. And she told me as well she felt the difference between going in big stadium like Wembley and coming here to Vicarage Road.
What about you, Christian? You've been doing a lot about discrimination in football, and you've been doing a lot on social media. Obviously that's tremendously important to you. Do you think it's making a difference in terms of improving things, you and other footballers calling stuff out?
I think, yeah, it's step by steps. It will make people think about what they've done when they do some comments here about skin color or about sexual orientation, whatever. But you have to keep strong in to stay strong in your head, and if you've been abused 10 times, you have to report it 10 times. It's really important for me to give back as well to the community what the football gave me, because I think I'm very lucky to be here, and I don't want to be the guy who just take his money and go on the pitch and close my eyes and my ear and don't listen to the problem of somebody else. I want to be able to use my platform, to use my image to try to help people who need the most. So, do you
feel that the situation is getting worse, getting better, or just the same?
I think we have the feeling that it's getting worse because of social media, because now with social media you can report and you can speak about everything, and people can see it maybe worldwide, when maybe in like 10 or 15 years ago you didn't have this chance to speak about this. My son, he's coming as well to every game, and I don't want him to be confronted to this kind of problem. Regarding that, do Do you allow some men to come to the games as well in your group?
All the away games I've been to, there's been at least one man as part of the WOW group. And I think one thing that really pleases me about it, we've had a couple of single mums come with their kids who they've got a football mad, Watford mad child, but they didn't feel safe about bringing that kid on their own. But now WOW is a safe haven for that, and I think that's really brilliant. And we don't want to change the experience that the male supporters are having. We're not a threat to them. We don't want to change their sort of match day experience. We just want to make ours better.
I think we need this atmosphere as well to keep the football growing, because mentality change, and it's important to have a group like yours to keep moving forward.
It's not about sanitising football, is it? It's just about respect.
It must give you the motivation to go further and further, and now you have 200, I think, members, and maybe you have 1,000 in a few years.
Yeah, over 200 members in our Facebook group, and on Twitter we've got over 1,200 followers. But it also really confirms that this is a good idea, and that it's not just me that feels like this, and that people want it.
It's great that the club gives this chance to you, to all the women who wants to be involved in football, to express themselves, because I think it's really important. We are now in 2022, and we don't want to see any man who think he's better than a woman, so everybody needs to get the same chance and see it.
So as I mentioned, we have male allies in WOW, so are you going to be one of our male allies?
Yeah, of course, it will be my pleasure. It will be my pleasure. No problem. I hope I will be on the pitch, but
that's fine.
If not...
We'll meet up beforehand.
So what's next for WOW?
I think sort of on a small level, it's bigger block bookings. It's more members and more ladies and allies coming with us to away games. But then on a bigger scale, we are the only Premier League female supporters group. And so I'd really like to see this become a more regular thing, in the sense that, so we have the proud Hornets, and there are many proud groups at many other clubs around the UK. So wouldn't it be cool to have many female supporters groups around the UK as well?